taken me 3 attempts to make this video because I want to do it without crying as less as possible. But I don't think I'm able to go through this video without shedding a tear. I've been dealing with loss my whole life. I've been dealing with paranoia, questions, been making some of the wrong choices on women a lot, and I'm gonna say right now, I think that's why I wanted to stick by Lauren, because she's not a bad person. She just made some bad decisions. I make bad decisions. We all make bad decisions. That's life. You can't go around criticizing these people, and I should know firsthand what criticizing people can do. It can completely destroy you, and some people are just bad people, but still, I mean, throwing dirt on them because they do this and they do that, we all have rough go things sometimes, and you're not going to get anywhere holding somebody's hand, but at the same time, you can't be a complete asshole to somebody and expect them to change. They gotta want it within. I came here with a purpose to help inspire, to help guide, because I'm a guy who struggles on a daily basis. I shouldn't be here. And this video isn't about Lauren. It's not. I do feel for her though, and I do wish her well. I know she hates me and she has every right to, and I'm not necessarily happy with some of the things she decides to do, but it's her life, and I do wish her the best. Now, moving on from that, I can't allow the things I have been through to steal my kindness, to steal my softness, to steal my caringness, my ability to tell a story and help others. But it has. Sometimes I don't do well with stupidity. I don't like stupid questions. I don't like ignorance. I don't like neglect. I don't like disrespect, and I tend to do them things when I feel I'm compromised, whether it's right or wrong. I've been struggling for years, and I've seen a lot of the people I love more than anything struggle. I've lost a handful of people to suicide that I've loved, starting with my best friend when I was about 15, 16 years old. He was the first true friend that I had, and hearing what he did the night he took his life, he made several phone calls that night to tell people he loved them, and I wasn't one. And I always told myself the reason I wasn't one was because he felt like maybe I would have done the same thing. I don't know. A lot of people criticize this guy, but he was a good friend to me. That's all I know. That's what I knew him as. He made me laugh. We had some good times together. He was the first person that truly understood me as an individual. And a lot of people said, "Oh, he don't care about you." He did. He cared about a lot of people. He just didn't show it all the time. You know, we're in a way, our sarcasm and some of the things we do get twisted with who we are as a person. I try to joke a lot, but that doesn't mean I'm a hurtful, spiteful person, because I try not to be. I take my sarcasm a little too far, but I don't go out of my way looking to offend anybody. If I do offend anybody, that's your fucking problem, not mine. But I don't find a way every day to drag others down, because I know how it feels. I know what it's like. I've been stuck inside my own cell for the past 2.5 years, and getting out then was hard as hell. It took me about 5 years after my father's death to find who I truly am. And Alyssa came along and she put it all in perspective for me. Everything I said, she just knew all the answers. And I knew what Alyssa was going through. I knew she struggled with addiction and her own depression issues in the past. And that's why I loved her so much. And I know I didn't treat her the way I should have at times, but I loved that woman more than anything. And when shit got bad, I knew what was going on and I didn't want to believe it. So when time set in, what was really happening, I snapped. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know how to stop it. I knew something bad was happening, but I never in my wildest dreams expected to come home and see the sight that I seen on Easter Sunday, man. Sorry. Do you know what that's like? Having the woman that you love and you felt you were meant to spend the rest of your life with ripped away from you, taken without your say. I know she's in a better place now, but ever since I just feel like I have to do what I'm doing to fill that void. And it's not fair because that's not who I am. I shouldn't be all up into my phone or, I should be out socializing it. It's just not as easy for me anymore because every time I make a connection, somehow it ends. Whether it's my own fault or acts of God. Like, my dad, he was my best friend. He stopped taking care of himself. He ended up dead. My stepdad, one of the strongest men I ever known in my life, he took his own life one day out of nowhere. And I've seen that woman downstairs struggle. I don't want to be a burden on her. I don't want to be here. 27 years old in about 10 days. I don't want to do this. But I placed myself, told myself my depression was okay to act the way I. Sometimes I have a recollection of taking my own life, man. It's hard. It is, especially when you go through suicides, when you witness people you love more than anything commit suicide. But you're not alone, guys. Sometimes you feel like nobody cares. That's what the disease wants you to do. But I'm sick of depression taking the people I love. I'm sick of doubt and guilt taking the lives that I love. I'm sick of anxiety and getting trapped inside their own minds, taking the ones I love. I'm sick of addiction taking the ones I love. And I struggle with all these things on a daily basis. And that's why I try to reach out to people. Whether people want to take my kindness for a weakness and thinking I'm trying to get in the female's pants, no. I put an emphasis on females because the woman I loved more than anything isn't here. And I want to save someone. And I did want to save Lauren. I know I can't, but I wanted to help her. I wanted to grow with her. I knew when I had talked to her for the first time, like, oh my God, this is the woman that ultimately is going to step in and I'm going to grow with. And I don't know why it didn't work out that way, and I can't beat myself up over that. I could have handled the ending better, but man, people just don't understand what I go through on a daily basis, what we go through on a daily basis. It's hard, man. Getting outside of your own mind. I don't even want to go to work today. There's a lot of days I just don't feel like it. And I need a spark to pull me out of my rut. And I know I'm going a little long here, but my message that I'm trying to say is if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lost, you're feeling lonely, seek guidance, whether it's me or a professional. Talk to somebody, man. Get it out there. Dude, sorry. Whether I've talked to you, whether I know you just on Facebook or you're somebody I fucked with for the past decade, I don't want to see anybody that I know of take their life. I don't want to see anybody I know of struggle like I did. Please. It's not easy. But admitting you have a problem is the first step. Get help. Try. Just go out there and do something that makes you happy. That's why I gotta do what I do. And a lot of people don't like me for it, but whether you love me or you hate me, people are the reason I'm doing what I'm doing here today, man. I miss Alyssa every day of my life. And I ask myself, if I hadn't done this to her, maybe would things have been different? I wasn't so hard about drugs. Like, I was at a point then where I was doing so well, and I thought nothing would interfere with that. And boom, to find out she was doing it again just killed me, and I lashed out. And I did the same thing on Lauren. I fucked with difficult woman after difficult woman, especially since Alyssa died. I'm going to tell you a personal story. People think I'm this and that, and I'm looking for attention from women. Do you know how many women I've slept with in my life? Yeah, I'm proud of that number. I really am. And that number probably wouldn't be so high if Alyssa was still here. That number would be stuck on 4. I've slept with, actually, Alyssa was 4. I'm at 8. I'm sorry, because that number doubled after Alyssa died in 2.5 years. I'm not proud of that. All I was trying to do, I was a lost soul searching for love when I should have been searching for myself. You know, we can't help the way we are sometimes, but what we can do is go out and do something to get our mind off of it. Sometimes I close my eyes when I get too sad, and I know I think thoughts that are god awful. And then I count to 10. I hope it's over when I open my eyes. I just want my life to be the same like it was. I don't want new friends. I don't want the friends I have now. I want to go back to I don't know. I want to bring Alyssa back with me and go back. And I'm sorry to anybody this pisses off, but I don't want to drink every day. I don't want to smoke pot every day anymore. I want to have fun. I want a group of people that supports what I'm doing and where I'm trying to go, and people who will achieve greatness with me. Even if I got to do it on my own, I just want to know somebody's in my fucking corner, man. That's all we need. We need people in our corner. Surround yourself with positive people and positive thoughts, man. And I'm not saying I'm never drinking again, because I will, most likely, but alcohol is part of the problem. I know I wake up in the morning, I feel like shit. It takes me back to the drug days. It's not fun. Like, what's so fun about waking up feeling like shit and having depressing thoughts because you feel like you needed that to get you through that night? You don't need that. You need this right here. And this. Use it wisely. Courage, happy, positive thoughts, and heart, man. Nobody can take that from you. Suicide is an ugly, ugly disease, but it is a disease that those who suffer from addiction, depression, bipolar, anxiety, insomnia, we all suffer from suicidal thoughts. It's not too late. Get help. Seek the care you need. Don't be afraid to admit you're weak. Not that you're weak. Admitting makes you a strong person. Don't be afraid to feel like you're weak for admitting you have a problem, because you're not. You're a lot stronger than you'll ever know. We're survivors, guys. It's hard. And I struggle trying to reveal mine sometimes, but I'm here to guide you if you ever feel blind. Trust me enough to take a journey inside this ill, fucked up mind of mine, and I'll be glad to help you pick apart the evil in yours and pull out the bright and the strengths and the great qualities within you. It's all in us. We all have a star. All we gotta do is find it. If you're with me, put your hands in and say no more. No fucking more. Let's end this. Let's stop degrading people that we know struggle. Let's stop making fun of people because they're different. Let's stop treating others like shit to feel better about ourselves. Let's change the way we live. Let's change the way we do things. Let's overall change the way we treat each other, guys. That's not saying I'm never going to laugh and make fun of another person again, but it's all in good fun. There's no need to criticize and name call. There really isn't. And I'm sorry to anybody I did, but I should know firsthand it doesn't feel so good. Love you guys.
Thank you.